Actium Maximus from 2005. This is the worst movie ever made. Seriously. Don't watch it. Theme song. Kyle's Reviews! Kyle's Reviews! Alright. This is it. The last review of October of my Halloween spook Lear. Ooh. Please like and subscribe. Please reward my effort. So, Actium Maximus, believe it or not, 2005. I can't believe it actually was made in 2005. It's so bad. One of my pet peeves is someone will see some Hollywood movie and be like, that's the worst movie I've ever seen. All you're saying is you don't watch a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of movies. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. Don't watch it. If you do want to take my advice, there's some links below where you can get it. I don't think it's streaming anywhere, maybe on Troma's streaming service. It's bad. So, okay, Actium Maximus. This is one of those vanity films. It was written, directed, starred, casted by. I think he did cinematography. He did the lighting, some of the sound effects, and score by a guy named Mark Hicks. Now, I'm going to give Mark some credit. The score is pretty good. He actually can write some pretty decent music. Everything else about this is pure shit. All right. So what is so bad about Actium Maximus? Let's just start out with the opening credits. Maybe this is just me. I'm not a crackpot. There are multiple different fonts in the opening credits. And like the released by, distributed by Troma, the kerning is weird on that. Fix your fonts, dude. All right, so what's it about? Well, the story is there's an alien planet. It's ruled by the Grand Automaton Pol Pox. So I guess Pol Pot and Pox, whatever. And it kills anybody who challenges the Automaton's authority. And they keep the population entertained through gladiatorial games. And it's actually not like people versus animals. It seems like it's mostly animals versus animals. However, there is a rebel species led by someone called a Briton or something, and the rebels keep trying to assassinate Pol Pot. Meanwhile, the guy who was runs the gladiators, organizes the fights, Pol Pot sends him to a distant planet to hunt down some rare creature to be in the arena. So far, so good, right? Obviously, it's got this Roman thing going on. Well, here is the Grand Automaton. Yeah, it's a bejeweled microwave box sitting on top of a refrigerator box. That's our bad guy. And with the exception of a couple scenes, it's mostly just that thing and its henchman, Stalagmite. Now, if that's not bad enough, Mark, the guy who made it, he decided that the Grand Automaton and his henchmen should speak in this heavily distorted voice. And luckily, though, there are subtitles. Unluckily, there are some scenes that aren't subtitled.
Where did we acquire this life form?
She came from a trade we did with the zoo and the Terrarium system.
She seems to be sufficient. How much was disbursement?
So, I'm like, is that supposed to be English? Did they just not put subtitles on that? Or is it supposed to be gibberish? Who the hell knows? Okay, and this whole assassination plot. Well, the aliens doing it are some kind of combination, almost Muppet looking thing that is combination of a squid and like a bunch of rope or strings or something. And we don't actually see the assassination attempt because every time we see these squid rope aliens, it's the same footage. So instead, we're told it. And there's a voiceover explaining the plot, but mostly it's just the underlings telling Pol Pox, "Oh, they tried to kill you." And Pol Pox is like, "Oh, round them all up and assassinate them." And so that's mostly it. Well, then there's the subplot. Mark, the only human who we get to see their face, he is sent to this planet. And let me tell you, Mark does not sound very enthusiastic about it. He's like, "Yeah, there's a planet. I guess we're going to go see it."
I would like to avoid the areas that are still actively engaging in tribal genocidal worship ceremonies, which is half the planet.
So they get there, and they're walking, and they see this huge wreck, and they're told it's some alien ship has crashed there. So they go check it out. And we cut back and forth between the main plot with Pol Pox. We're being told that there's assassination attempts, and Mark and his people with him. Then after a while, they're like, "Yeah, we couldn't really figure out how to make anything work on that alien ship. Let's go back to hunting the monster." What was that all about? Nothing happened. Oh, and did I mention the movie ends with "to be continued"? So, if that wasn't enough, the actual writing's bad. It tries to use all these jargon, all these words they're made up, and it just ends up confusing. Not only because there's so many jargon terms, but also because of the subtitles. And then there are scenes like this. So why have the alien with the garbled speech and the subtitles if then the woman is going to translate it for us? Why waste the time? And wasting time you are, because even though it's only like 75 minutes long, there's so much padding. Okay, fine. Well, what about the monsters? You know, some of these other movies I've reviewed don't have the best writing, but they got some good special effects. No, not this. They are literally hand puppets. And the green screen around them, the mat, is shit. You can see green line around all of it. And so, how could they yeah, that's good enough? And like I said, even though the film is only a little over 75 minutes long, they use this same footage of the monster over and over, and it's in slow motion. So, all of that is why Actium Maximus is the worst movie ever made. Don't watch it. 7 thumbs down. I knew this was bad, but I rewatched it for you. So like and subscribe.